playing with me. Pull up right now. Pull up.
Okay.
Pull up.
No, it was just, I apologize. Yes, I know I was wrong. I ain't have no business going off like that, but
What?
I am sorry, y'all. Yes. Yes, that's her. Let me see the phone, son.
No. Just want to be famous. I'm going to make him famous.
No.
Want to be famous? I'm going to make you famous. I do.
Yes.
I'm telling you I get on these bitches never.
No.
What you just witnessed was real. It wasn't a movie. It wasn't a scripted scene. It was the final moments of Ranitha Williams, a young mother from Shreveport, Louisiana, broadcast live for the world to see. In that chilling video, Ranitha was forced to apologize, but behind her trembling voice stood the real danger, a man who claimed to love her. How did it come to this? How does a relationship, once built on trust, spiral into a moment so terrifying it plays out in front of thousands? This isn't just a story about one woman. It's a story about love turned toxic, warning signs ignored, and a tragedy that no one saw coming, until it was too late. Welcome to City Crime Tales, where we uncover real stories that shake communities and test the limits of human resilience. If you love powerful true crime storytelling, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Today's story will pull you into a world of unimaginable betrayal. It's about a woman who thought she could change a man, only to discover that some people, no matter how much love you give them, can't escape their past. So, grab a seat and stay with us, because the story we are about to tell will make you question what it truly means to be safe in your own life. Now, let's find out. What would make a man lose control so completely that it led him to destroy the very life that was once in his hands? What pushed him to the edge? And what happened in the hours leading up to that fateful moment? Ranitha Williams wasn't just a mother. She was a woman of strength, resilience, and ambition. She was a proud mother of 3 beautiful children, and despite the challenges life threw her way, she always made sure her kids had everything they needed. But Ranitha was more than just a mom. She was an interior designer, a woman with a passion for transforming spaces, turning houses into beautiful homes. She was a businesswoman who worked tirelessly, balancing her career with raising her children. Every day was a new challenge, but Ranitha always found a way to make it work. She was the kind of woman who never gave up, no matter how tough things got. Her life wasn't perfect, but it was hers. And she had dreams of growing her business, dreams of creating a better future for her children, dreams of love and happiness that she worked so hard to achieve. But as much as she poured her heart into everything she did, there was one thing Ranitha couldn't foresee. A storm was coming. A storm in the shape of a man. Someone she let into her life, thinking he would be a safe place. Someone who would love her and her children the way they deserved to be loved. Someone she trusted, despite the shadows of his past. But little did Ranitha know this man, the one she believed in, was not who he appeared to be. Beneath his smile and promises, there were darker things hidden away, things he could never outrun. And those things would soon start to unravel, changing everything Ranitha had worked so hard to build. Have you ever trusted someone only to later find out that they weren't who you thought they were? How did you handle it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. It's important to talk about trust, especially when it comes to the people we let into our lives. Jonathan Robinson. At first glance, he seemed like the perfect man. He was charming, charismatic, and caring, a man who could melt hearts with just a smile.
Who are the winners?
I ain't gonna say all men women. I'm gonna say me and my niggas winning though. The niggas
Okay, well 10 dudes winning. Okay.
Like a motherfucker.
Let them tell it.
Yeah, we winning.
Yeah, let y'all tell it.
We don't know how to lose. We don't even take losses good. At nothing. I mean at nothing.
But anyway, y'all know what him for, women. We already know what him for.
What?
Okay. Nothing. What?
Exactly.
To
nothing.
be unsaid.
Nothing.
To be on top.
Exactly. Nothing.
To be on top.
Fuck with a nigga out of 10 to.
But there was more to Jonathan than met the eye. Beneath that exterior of charm, there was a troubled past. One that ran deep, filled with violence, crime, and heartbreak. a past that no one could escape from. Not even him. Jonathan came from the tough streets of Shreveport, a place where survival often meant turning to things that were less than honorable. He had a history, an extensive one, that was filled with run-ins with the law. Arrests for assault, domestic violence, and even attempted murder. His name had a reputation, but Ranitha, with her caring heart, believed in second chances. She believed that love could change a person. So she opened her heart to him, welcomed him into her family, and believed that this man, despite his past, could become the partner and father figure her children needed. At first things seemed perfect. Jonathan appeared to be the man Ranitha had always dreamed of, loving, protective, and involved in her life. He attended family events, supported her career, and seemed to genuinely care about her children. For a while, it looked like Ranitha had found the love and stability she had longed for. And for her kids, he became a presence they thought they could rely on. But just beneath the surface, trouble was brewing. But as time passed, the cracks began to show. Jonathan's temper, once hidden behind the charm, started to surface. It was subtle at first. Small disagreements, a flash of anger, the kind of thing that Ranitha thought could be worked through. She believed that love could fix anything, that a second chance could make all the difference. But as the days went by, it became clearer. Jonathan wasn't the man he appeared to be. He was haunted by demons. Demons that, no matter how hard he tried to bury them, would eventually consume him. Ranitha, despite her instincts, didn't want to believe it. She was still in love, still hopeful that the man she had welcomed into her life could change. But what Ranitha didn't realize was that no amount of love could erase the scars from Jonathan's past. And the darker side of his nature? It was only going to get worse. Have you ever been in a relationship where you believed love could change someone? Or have you witnessed someone close to you ignore red flags in the hope that things would get better? Share your thoughts in the comments below. This is a story that shows just how powerful and dangerous hope can be when it comes to relationships. But appearances can be deceiving. In the beginning, Jonathan seemed like the perfect partner, the protector Ranitha had always hoped for. But as time passed, the cracks in his character began to show. His violent tendencies, which had been hidden beneath the surface, began to surface in ways that Ranitha couldn't ignore. It started with small arguments, disagreements that seemed minor at first. But then the threats began. Words that cut deeper, not just hurtful but violent in nature. And with each passing day, the sense of danger surrounding Ranitha and her family grew. Jonathan, the man she thought she could trust, was starting to show a side of himself that terrified her. Ranitha soon realized something terrifying. She wasn't the only woman in Jonathan's life. And this wasn't just any affair. It was a bitter love triangle that would drag Ranitha into a storm of jealousy, manipulation, and violence. It was Sharika Taylor, Jonathan's other woman. Sharika had been in the picture long before Ranitha ever met Jonathan, and their toxic dynamic would only grow worse as the truth came to light. Sharika wasn't just another woman. She was a force in Jonathan's life that Ranitha couldn't escape, no matter how hard she tried. The tension between Ranitha and Sharika grew unbearable. Both women were now aware of each other's existence, and the rivalry was playing out in public. Sharika's online posts were aimed directly at Ranitha, with accusations and slanders that only fueled the fire. Ranitha, trying to stand her ground, responded in kind. The web of jealousy and anger was beginning to consume everyone involved. It was no longer just a love triangle. It was a ticking time bomb. And Ranitha, caught in the middle of it all, was beginning to realize just how dangerous Jonathan's unresolved emotions could be. The man who had once seemed like her protector was now a threat, both to her and her children. Have you ever been caught in the middle of a toxic relationship, where emotions ran so high that it felt like there was no way out? How did you handle it? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, recognizing the signs early is crucial. No one should feel trapped in a relationship that's pulling them apart. With every passing day, the pressure mounted. Ranatha was trapped in a web of lies, manipulation, and growing hostility. She had already tried to distance herself from Jonathan, but he refused to let go. The more she pushed him away, the harder he fought to keep her in his life. And then, it happened, the moment that would change everything. Jonathan demanded an apology. He wanted to humiliate her, make her submit to his control, and show the world that she was still his. Ranatha, terrified and exhausted, reluctantly agreed to go live on Facebook. She knew the consequences of refusing him, but this was no longer just about love, it was about survival.
Okay.
Pull up.
No, it was just, I apologize. Yes, I know I was wrong. I ain't have no business going off like that, but
What?
I am sorry, y'all. Yes.
What?
No,
The man you see behind her holding a gun
Yes,
is her
that's her.
ex-boyfriend, 37-year-old Jonathan Robinson.
Yes, that's her. Let me see the phone, son.
No. Just want to be famous. I'm going to make him famous.
No.
Want to be famous? I'm going to make you famous. I do.
Yes.
I'm telling you I get on these bitches level.
No.
After the standoff ended, Jonathan was finally taken into custody. He was disarmed, subdued, and escorted by the officers who had narrowly avoided a deadly confrontation. But what he told the police next would send a chill through the entire investigation. In a cold, emotionless confession, Jonathan admitted to planning everything from the moment he woke up that morning. In his confession, Jonathan revealed the chilling truth. He had woken up that morning with only one plan in mind, to end Ranatha's life. He spoke of his rage, his inability to control it, and how he believed that his actions that day would give him the release he sought. His words were as cold as the gun he had used to take Ranatha's life. But what Jonathan hadn't expected was that his final moments, the very end he had planned for himself, would not come at the hands of Ranatha, but at the hands of law enforcement. He had imagined a violent death in a shootout, dying in a blaze of glory. But in reality, it was the officers who took him down. And his fate was sealed not by his own hand, but by the very justice he had tried to escape. Jonathan was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. His fate was sealed. There would be no second chances. No redemption. Just a lifetime behind bars. But as his sentence was handed down, it became clear that no amount of time in prison could ever undo the pain he caused. The loss of Ranatha, the devastation she left behind, was something that would haunt her family for the rest of their lives. Though justice had been served in the eyes of the law for Ranatha's family, there was no true justice. No sentence could bring her back. No punishment could undo the hole she had left in their lives. After hearing Jonathan's confession, we can only wonder, what makes a person cross the line, knowing that their actions can never be undone? Do you believe that someone like Jonathan can ever truly find redemption, or is it too late once they've taken a life? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. This case raises some tough questions about justice, redemption, and what it truly means to forgive. In the wake of Ranatha's tragic death, her mother, Anita Williams, was left to pick up the pieces of a broken family.
So no one else could look at the DA, no one else, no other different. I made that decision. So that is what it is.
Did Robinson reach out to you anyway?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I never let no one know. It was privacy. Every time he reached out to me, I never let no one know. This wasn't the first time he apologized to me. It's about the third time with letters and writing. I just never let no one know what was going on with me. From this time on, it was just private. Whatever went on, it was private between me and my family. Yes, he did reach out, and I forgive him. I forgive him. But I never will forget. Thank you.
Thank you.
Had spent her life building, the people she had touched with her kindness and her craft, began to come together. They rallied around Anita, around Ranatha's children, and around the memory of a woman who had been a beacon of light in their lives. Ranatha's legacy as a loving mother, a skilled interior designer, and a friend who always put others before herself lived on through the countless people whose lives she had touched. The memorials, the prayers, the words of comfort, they all spoke to a life well lived, a life taken too soon. The community mourned her loss, but they also celebrated the impact she had, and how she had made their world a better place. But despite all the love, despite all the tributes, despite the prayers that poured in, one painful truth remained: no amount of memorials, no number of prayers could bring Ranitha back. The hole she left in the hearts of her family, her children, and her community would never be filled. Grief is a heavy burden to bear, and we often wonder if it's possible to find peace after such a devastating loss. For Anita and her family, the pain may never truly go away. Have you ever lost?
Everybody know my baby can rest. It's just over with, and I'm glad.
And her mother, Anita, is relieved the man accused of killing her daughter is pleading guilty.
This has been the longest months of my life.
37-year-old Jonathan Robinson is Williams' ex-boyfriend. He initially entered a plea of not guilty to first-degree murder and several counts of attempted first-degree murder of police officers. According to the district attorney, two of them even came close to dying.
The officer who actually was shot and the first officer who drove up to the scene of the crime, who thankfully she stopped short, because if she had driven all the way up to the house, she would have been killed.
The district attorney tells NBC6 News before talking with Renita's mother, he did seek the death penalty.
But based on my conversations with her, I was willing to back off if he pled.
So at the end of the day, the decision that was made was my decision. We feel a lot better. It hurts me. It hurts me so bad. By killing Jonathan, it's not going to bring Renita back. None whatsoever. So
Robinson also pled guilty to all of the other charges, and he faces life in prison without parole.
This story isn't just about one woman. It's about the dangers of toxic relationships, the power of forgiveness, and the devastating consequences of unchecked rage. It's a powerful reminder of just how easily love can turn into something dark, and how quickly someone's life can be altered by the actions of another. Let this story remind us all that what seems like love may not always be what it seems. Beneath the surface, anger, control, and resentment can fester, and it's important to recognize the warning signs before it's too late. And remember, no one should ever feel trapped. If you or someone you know is experiencing violence, please seek help. Your life is worth more than the pain. It's never too late to take that step towards safety. Do you believe anyone can change, or are some things simply beyond repair? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. This is a tough question, one that challenges us to reflect on the nature of forgiveness and whether certain actions can ever truly be forgiven. Share your perspective with us. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching today's story. We hope it brings awareness to the hidden dangers of toxic relationships and the importance of recognizing when things aren't what they seem. Stay safe, stay aware, and always protect those you love. If you found this story powerful, share it. Speak out. Help others understand the signs of toxic relationships before it's too late. And remember, you're never alone. We encourage you to share this video with friends and family, to raise awareness and protect those who might be suffering in silence. Don't forget to subscribe to City Crime Tales for more stories like this one, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.